All right. Very good morning to one and all present here, my dear students. I'm so happy to have students from all the three locations of us today, Udupi, Mangalore, and Bangalore. We are about to commence our new academic sessions from Monday. We just had a very good detailed orientation program yesterday, interacting with everyone in the online platform. And there cannot be any better ways to start than listening to Dr. Anand Prabhu. I think this is the best way we could commence our, the academic sessions. Um, with great difficulty, I was able to convince Dr. Anand because he's doing phenomenal work in the last 1 month, especially during the lockdown. And since it's the day one of the lockdown, he's been completely involved in his charitable work. But despite, I convinced him that this is equally a charitable work because students at this point of time are really confused and quite upset with the things that is happening around. And we need people like Anant, who will actually come and talk to our students and motivate them to take up to the next level. Okay, honestly speaking, I need not introduce him because he doesn't need introduction. He's a celebrity in the town, I can say. But for those who don't know much about him, it is a great pleasure to introduce my friend, my brother, Dr. Anand Prabhu. He is a professor in computer engineering at Sayadri College of Engineering and Management from Mangalore. He is a fantastic motivational speaker I have ever seen and met. He's an author and he's a great philanthropist. He's also a cyber law trainer at the Karnataka Judicial Academy from Bangalore. He's a cyber security trainer at the Karnataka Police Academy at Mysore. As I said, he's been doing great activities in terms of his philanthropic and charitable work, which was also very recently appreciated by, Sri L.K. Advani, the former Deputy Prime Minister of India. And as I said, he's been a lot of activities in Mangalore since day one of the lockdown. As I said, he's one of the fantastic authors that I've seen. His first bestseller was The Little Black Book for Students. I must say to all my students, you should buy this copy. It's so amazing to have this book with you. His another bookseller, Little Black Book for Teachers, was also very recently released, and it was released by Nirmala Sitharaman, the Finance Minister of India. He also presented his book personally to the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi during his visit to Mangalore. And he also, is the author of the, book, another book, Own the Monk's Ferrari, a self-help book about striking the correct work-life balance, was released in the year 2017, and which was released by Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. As I said, since 2011, he has been training the law enforcement agencies in Karnataka. He has conducted over 2,000 workshops on the topics related to cyber safety, cyber forensics, cyber laws, a lot of motivational session, and the career guidance. And very recently, in the last pandemic, I saw him delivering a lot of lectures related to the career guidance using the media platform, the Digi World. That was a great hit. He had almost 30 to 35 speakers who came and spoke about, very different domains as which options the students can take as their career. So today I had requested him to address our students on the new normal, which is basically the post-pandemic, the new normal. We call it as the Gen Z way, which I feel the new normal is not going to be a normal. Okay, so we'd like to hear from Dr. Anand without taking much time. And as I said, there cannot be any better way than to begin with your session. Over to you, Dr. Anand.
Thank you very much, Professor Guru sir, for giving me an opportunity. I'm really glad because it's always an honor to interact with the students of the best college in this region when it comes to commerce, undoubtedly. And that is what I had also mentioned in my status yesterday. I'm proud of the organization, having known the management and the teaching staff and everybody personally. The zeal and the enthusiasm in which you people have taken this institution to the pinnacle of success is exemplary, and hats off to all of you. And dear students attending this webinar, you guys are blessed because when most of the colleges are not running, when they're doing nothing, this institution has taken these steps forward to ensure your well-being. So I should say that you people are really, really blessed. And the decision that you've taken of joining Trisha College is one of the best decisions of your life, undoubtedly. All right, so today we'll be talking about the new normal, the Gen Z way. Okay, so After a pretty long time, I'm delivering a lecture on management and motivation because, as Sir said, for the last 1 year, I've been only taking up cyber law, cyber crime, and things like that. Because if you see the number of cyber crimes, it has reached exponentially higher. So, so that is one of the main reasons. But so today I had to wake up at 4 in the morning. Usually I wake up at 5. But today I had to wake up at 4 in the morning, and I've put in about 4 hours of efforts for this half an hour lecture. So anyways, so to begin with, we have all been seeing such images, very disturbing. People are homeless. Many of them have died. Many of them are battling for their lives in their ICU. So I want everybody to please pray for them, pray for our nation, pray for the entire world so that we come out of this pandemic and our lives become normal, just like how it was earlier. But this pandemic has shown us what exactly are the real luxuries of life, because we were all thinking we don't have this, we don't have that. But right now, if you ask what real luxury is roaming without a mask. Real luxury is having your oximeter showing readings above 95. Real luxury is your temperature anywhere between 97, 98. Real luxury is where you do not have cold, cough, and fever. Isn't it so? So it is time for us to be grateful, to show our gratitude to the creator, whoever the creator is. I don't want to get into the details, but without a creator, there is no creation. Therefore, whoever the creator is, please be grateful because you are alive and you are attending this webinar. Okay. So since COVID incepted, that was last year, the Information Security Education and Awareness, which is an initiative of the government of India, they have come out with these fantastic posters, which I want each one of you to visit. See, these are the beautiful posters. Almost every day they come out with one poster. This is one of the recent posters, which has got 2 parts. All these posters have got 2 parts. On the left side, you can see what are those precautionary measures that you need to take to stay safe from COVID medically. And on the right side, you can see what are those precautionary measures you need to take to stay safe from COVID cyber crimes. Because as I said, the cyber crimes have increased drastically, and we have to be sure that not only us, but also our loved ones and our near and dear ones, everybody should stay safe from the pandemic as well as the cyber crimes. Because every day morning when I wake up, I'm a member of so many groups, and I get about 300, 400 messages as soon as I wake up in the morning, because that many backlogs will be there. And then when I look at them, messages about film stars, messages about cricketers, this, that, it's okay. You forward them, that's all right. But what is really important is please forward messages like these, the awareness messages, which will keep your near and dear ones safe and protected. So that is very, very important. Okay, now look at this. This is what code is this? Can anybody tell me in the chat box what code is this that you're seeing here? What is this code called? Yeah, it's so Anushka, Shabrish, and Chandana. Yeah, right. It's called QR code. So the QR code that you're seeing here is a quick response code. It's a 2-dimensional code, because when you go and buy something at your supermarket, you can see on the items there'll be a barcode. Barcode is 1-dimensional because it's got only the length, but this is a 2-dimensional code which has got length and breadth, which can store more data. So I want you to please scan this QR code, which will take you to the InfoSec awareness website. And if anybody has scanned it, please put, I have scanned. I want to see who is the first person who's going to scan, so that I'm going to give a prize to that person. If you have scanned it, just type, I have scanned. Okay, so Nagas Samhita. Oh, such a nice name. So you have scanned it. Kishan has scanned it. Very good. I'm so glad. But my dear friends, please remember, beware before you scan QR codes, because there are so many people who have scanned QR codes and lost money. Okay, because QR code is one code where you cannot make out what it is. See, you look at the code, can you figure out what is it? What is the data stored in it? Whether it is a file, whether it is a URL, whether it is a message, whether it is a request money, you will not get to know. Therefore, my dear friends, please do not share do not scan QR code just like that. Be aware, because I'll tell you this example. In one of the fuel stations, you must have all seen, you go to fill fuel. What do? After filling 500, 1000, 2000 fuel, you scan, isn't it? There was one rogue. What that rogue did is, he went to one of the fuel stations at night at 12 o'clock. He printed his QR code, okay, a sticker. He went there and he pasted it on that. Where you scan, he pasted his QR code, so that the morning when the people were they started coming to the fuel station and filling fuel. So what these guys should do is just scan and then show it to that guy, the fuel guy, telling the blue tick, see, I've transferred 2000, I've transferred 1000. And then after 1 hour, when the fuel guy goes inside the office to check whether the money has been received, because there are 5-6 fuel guys, but the number is usually the same. He was shocked to see that no money has fallen into the account. And then when he goes there, he realized that somebody had pasted a sticker on the QR code. So whenever you go to any shop and you scan the QR code, the vendor name will come on the top. Please show it to them, show it to the shopkeeper and tell them, "Idu neeve na," whether it is your vendor. And only after he says yes, then transfer the money. Because I have come across certain instances where people have transferred money and the shopkeeper tells I have not received and he has not given the goods. Or you end up spending 2 times, double spending happens. Therefore, it's all your hard-earned money. Careful. So today I'm going to talk about many different concepts when it comes to management. The first one I'm going to talk about is Zonerism, which is currently happening throughout the world, I should be saying. So WhatsApp University, lots of things on WhatsApp we have been seeing. One day, a 13-year-old boy was asked to explain about a certain concept, and he wanted to talk about dihydrogen monoxide. Okay, so he goes all the way to the podium and he starts telling that dihydrogen monoxide should be banned because it is commonly found in tumors, in acid rain. Then it causes severe burns also when it is in its gaseous form. It corrodes and rusts the metals. It kills countless number of people annually because they do not get access to it. Or some of them, what happens is because of some or the other reason, many people are killed because of this dihydrogen monoxide. It causes excessive urination and bloating if consumed and all that. There were 50 people in the room. And then when they asked, when he asked the question to all of them, how many of you feel that this dihydrogen monoxide should be banned? Out of 50, 43 of them put their hands up. 43 of them. Okay. And that time he told that dihydrogen monoxide is water. It's H2O. Now, why am I telling this is because many of them with vested interests, they are selectively putting across the facts to make it look so nice, so presentable that you end up getting caught in their vicious cycle. Be careful. Do not believe anything and everything that you see, because we call this as Zonerism, and this is right now being spread across in a very large extent. Our enemy nations, our enemies inside the nation, and many of them are doing this. You have to be very, very careful, my dear friends. Look at this. Somewhere I found this sticker on a water tank. Water contains high level of hydrogen. Keep out. Of course, water contains H2 only. But when they put facts like this, there is a fear that is created. And especially right now, during Corona also, awareness is important, my dear friends, not fear. Because I have been seeing many of them, they're so scared, their heart, the pulse is beating like crazy. Why? Because they are scared of something called as the black fungi, the black fungus, mucormycosis. So what is happening is unnecessary fear is being created. Awareness is important. You need to take care, but that fear will kill you. Remember, the fear kills. You have to be strong, because remember, the ships were built for the rough seas, not to be docked at the harbor. We are all going through the rough seas. So it is time for us to be brave and sail through this. All right. So Zonerism. Now, whenever you come across any information, blindly don't believe it. You have to think critically. Even if Anant Prabhu is telling, do not believe it. Critically think, because that is very important. Now you may ask the next question: how do I think critically? So to think critically, there is a fantastic management guru by name Edward de Bono. He came out with something called as six hat thinking. Now in six hat thinking, whenever you come across any situation or any information, what you need to do is first wear a blue hat. Wear a blue hat and start. What do you have to start? A process. Now, what is the process? The first process is change it to white hat and collect all the facts. Don't believe what you have seen. Collect all the facts from newspapers, Wikipedia, and other sources, internet, everything. Collect all the facts. Number one. Second, you wear the yellow hat. After wearing the yellow hat, you make a note of all the advantages of it. Advantages, write down. Then you wear the black hat and write down all the cautions, all the disadvantages of it. Fourth, wear the green hat and see how you can make it slightly better, how you can use your creativity to improvise. Fifth, wear the red hat and then you write down what are your feelings about it. And finally, wear the blue hat once again and then decide and take a call. See, for example, if I ask this question, whether gay marriages should be legalized or not, 100% everybody will say no, or 99% of them will say no. Okay. Now, why you are saying no is because we are thinking on the base of red hat. We are talking our feelings out. Okay. Whether it is right or wrong is a different question altogether. I'm not going into the to debate on that. But what I'm trying to tell is, before you decide or before you give any decision, please wear all the six hats, make an impartial study of everything, and then take a call. Otherwise, what will happen is, once you take a call, then whether it is right or wrong, you will have to stick on to it. And whatever everybody will be telling, you will go on and on defending yourself. So this is going to happen. So therefore, my dear friends, think critically. How to think critically? You have to be understanding what exactly is the six hat thinking. Why? Because there is zonerism. So I hope I'm clear. Zonerism, you get bombed of information. Think critically. How to think critically? You have to wear the six hats. So did you understand, my dear friends? If yes, please put a thumbs up or put yes in the comment section. Did you understand what critical thinking is? Okay, superb. So I'm glad that you guys are following me, because I'm so glad. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so the next one. Now look at this. So you must have all heard this story when you were all young. It's about a king. Now, what the king does is he takes irrational decisions in his life, and then there are two guys who want to teach the king a story, a lesson. Sorry. So, what lesson they want to teach the king? They want to make the king realize that what he's doing is wrong. So they go up to him and they tell him that we are the best tailors. We have got a dress which, if you wear, then only the royal people can see and understand what exactly is it. And the king says, oh my God, what is it? And then these guys go back and they start viewing. Nothing they're viewing. There is absolutely nothing. But they're pretending. Exactly. So Naga Samhita has written, the emperor's new clothes, right? So what they do is they pretend to be weaving. They pretend to be creating something. And after many days, they go to the king and they show it to the king. King, how is this? King is not able to see anything. But what the king does is, he asks his advisors, his ministers, can you see the dress? How is it? And they're all scared and they don't know what to tell. They say, wonderful dress, king, superb. Please wear it. You look very nice. And the king starts to wear it. In fact, there is nothing. So the naked king goes on his chariot and he goes all throughout the city. And everybody is shocked to see this, but nobody is talking, because this is what is happening right now also. When somebody does something wrong, we know that it is wrong, but nobody is talking. Nobody is voicing their opinions. Why? Because we are scared. What will be the repercussions of this? Now, there is one small child, a 5-year-old child. He looks at the king and tells, hey, what is this naked king? He tells. Okay. So why am I telling this to all of you is, insecure leaders hurt the business enterprise. Leaders must create the right environment for honest communication. It's not only for students, even for the teachers. The teachers also should take honest feedback from the students. Whenever a feedback is asked from the students, many students, what they do, simply 5, they put. Don't. You please take and you give the right feedback so that the teacher also improves. Teacher also should not feel bad that student has given a negative feedback or some critical suggestions. Take it positively. That is where we grow. After every presentation of mine, I make sure that I ask everybody, what is that one thing that you feel I lacked so that I can improvise, so that I can get better? Your aim in life should be, if you are at X, you have to become X plus 1, X plus 2, X plus 3. Every day there has to be an improvisation. Do not compare yourself to somebody. If I compare myself to Robin Sharma, I will lead all my life thinking that I'm a joker. Okay, because you should never compare yourself with somebody else. You should only compare yourself with what you were yesterday, so that you have to be better today than what you were yesterday. Leaders need self-awareness. The minute ego gets into your head, it is going to be your downfall, and leaders need to surround with the right people. This is called emotional contagion, where you take imbibe the cues from many people. So if you are with the right people, you think right. If you are with millionaires, you think like a millionaire. So you have to be with the right people. That is why our ancestors used to tell, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಗತಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಡ್ಯೂ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್? ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇರಿರಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂಗತಿ ಜೊತೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ಇಂಬೈಬ್ ದೇರ್ qualities. Okay, so is it clear? The emperor's clothes, all of you? Yes, everyone? Superb. Okay, I'm so glad. Okay, so now the next one which I want to tell you is about the Diderot effect. Okay, so the Diderot effect, this is something beautiful. Okay, so there's a guy called Diderot, and he's got a daughter. He wants his daughter to get married. He doesn't have money. He's pauper. Okay, so but he's the guy who's one of the main contributors of the encyclopedia in the 1700s. Okay, so what happens is the queen realizes that Diderot's daughter is getting married and Diderot is not having any money. So she decides to buy his library for an amount which is roughly equivalent to $50,000. Okay, the minute Diderot gets this much money, he feels so happy. He gets his daughter married, and along with that, what he does is he buys one robe. You can see the robe that he's wearing, right? He buys one robe, a very expensive robe he buys. So once he buys the robe, you know what happens? He feels that the robe is so beautiful, but the chair that he's sitting on, it does not match the robe. So what he does, he goes and buys one expensive chair. Once he buys the chair, he feels that the carpet in his room, it does not match his chair and his robe. So he changes the carpet. Then he realizes the lights that are there, the lamps that are there, that is not matching. So he gets into a vicious, unending cycle. You understand? So because of one item, he buys many items, and then he becomes again pauper. So this is what is happening in our lives also. Many of us, we buy certain things, and just because we bought that thing, for example, we end up buying one car. Now, to buy the car, what we do? We buy insurance. We have to buy an insurance, but still I'm telling you, you buy something else, accessories. You buy a different speaker. You buy a new seat belt cutter. So unnecessary thing you end up buying, a vicious cycle. Therefore, when you buy something, you please remember the Diderot effect, because if this is in your mind, you will understand what you're going to buy, whether it is of use to you or not. And as far as possible, follow minimalism. So minimalism is, instead of leaving everything, instead of becoming a sannyas type, not that, whatever little you have, make the best out of it. If you have got enough number of shirts, don't go to buy a new shirt. Instead, you use those same shirts so that you're making the best out of it. Because if you open your wardrobe and see, just go and see, you will be seeing so many clothes that you have, which I don't think so you have ever worn after buying it for 1 or 2 times. Isn't it? Exactly. Triveni is telling intentional buying. Many of us are becoming victims of that. And also, we become victim of one more thing called Veblen goods. Now, what is Veblen goods? Veblen goods is, now look at this pen, a simple pen. Now, this pen, if somebody tells me that it costs 40,000 rupees, I'll be very happy to buy it. Oh, 40,000. Oh, superb. Good pen. Now, the same pen, if somebody sells it to me for 200 rupees, I'll tell you, "Yeba, 200 rupees. What is this? I don't want this pen. I want the 40,000 rupees pen." Yes or no? So exactly, Shabarish is telling, see, we are getting more attracted towards expensive goods. So the minute something is more expensive, we feel it is good. No, we end up, no, you must have all seen this brand called Louis Vuitton. They come out with these wallets. Each wallet is about 60,000, 80,000 bucks. Why? Just the brand value. Isn't it so? Do you think it is worth for the good? No. So this is called Veblen effect. Don't get entangled in this Veblen goods effect also. One was the Diderot effect. Other one is the Veblen effect, because these two things are one of the main reasons why even the best of the people like Vijay Mallya or anybody for that matter, they had to miss out a lot in life. Why? Because of Veblen effect and because of the Diderot effect. So please take care. The next one. Are you interested to learn more? Yes or no? Put yes. If yes. Okay. So everybody is interested. Even I'm excited. Super. Okay. Now, so there was a mother mosquito and a baby mosquito, and the baby mosquito is talking to his mother, and his mother tells, "Be careful, don't go near humans." And baby is like, "Yeah, TK, I'll not go near the humans, but I'll go from the side and all that." But the baby has got an ego, like how you people also have, like how I have. What my parents tell, I don't listen. No, what do they know? I know more. I'm a PhD. I'm a postdoctoral fellow. So all these things we have in our head, and we don't go by the experience. We go by the useless degrees that we are having, because Guru Prasad sir would rightly tell that more than the degrees, what life teaches you is more important, because life is the best teacher. Degree is needed, no doubt on that. You needed academic qualifications, but only degree, what is the use? We have seen so many people having degree but no sense. Anyways, so here what exactly is happening is that the baby mosquito will keep flying and flying and flying, and then there's some program going on. One joker will crack a joke and everybody will start clapping. Okay, that time the baby mosquito, which was sitting on somebody's lap sucking the blood, it will think that, oh, everybody is clapping because he has sucked blood of that guy. And he'll go to his mother and tell, mommy, everybody clapped at me. That time the mother will tell, "Be careful of humans. They are not clapping. What they're actually doing is they're going to kill you." He's like, no, that is not the thing. Then the next day again he goes. Some small kids were playing. This guy goes and goes and bites one small kid. That time, and it will start flying. Somebody will take one electric bat and kill the mosquito. And when you kill the mosquito, all clapping at that boy who killed the mosquito. Now the point here is, you may feel somebody is appreciating you. You may feel that somebody is applauding you. In fact, they are not your true supporters. Remember, you will come across many people like this. Jai, 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 they'll tell. And after you are gone, they'll tell, even so you have to be very, very careful, my dear friends. You have to take note of this. Not everybody who praises you is your well-wisher. Not everybody who tells Jai is the one who is your follower. No. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next one. The Noah effect. Okay. So the Noah effect is, one guy is riding his two-wheeler and with his dog, he's going. Okay. He's going on the road. You want me to tell this Noah effect or not? All of you. Yes or no? If yes, put yes in the comment box. Do you want to know about the Noah effect? Okay, so everybody wants to know. All right, so Noah effect. See here, what's happening is, no, I have to ask such questions because I'm not in a classroom. I'm in an online lecture, and I don't know if you have just muted me and you've gone somewhere, or if you have just switched it on and gone. But I'm glad that there is participation. There's 100% participation. Superb. So that shows the quality of students, and more than that, the good teachers that are there at Trisha, who have made sure that the students are this good. Anyways, so the Noah effect is where one guy is riding a two-wheeler and he goes with his dog for a stroll. And suddenly what will happen is, when he's going, one rabbit will jump out of nowhere and the dog will look at the rabbit and start running behind the rabbit. And then it never returns back. And that time this man is all upset. He goes to the police station. He puts billboards everywhere, the stickers that my dog is lost. Finally go to all the neighbors and ask, "Did you see my dog? Did you see my dog?" One of the neighbors, when he rings the bell, one very beautiful girl opens the door and he tells, "Have you seen my dog?" And she's like, "I have not seen your dog." And then they become friends. And within few days, the girl asks him to come out for a date. So this guy thinks, thank God, I thought my dog was lost and I was so upset. But in fact, this was the real story. I had to meet this beautiful girl. So then he'll be going to attend the date. And that time from somewhere, one lorry will come and it will come and it'll hit him. And he's like totally smashed, but he's still alive. And the doctor somebody takes him to the doctor. And he's admitted in a hospital, and like Aditya said, Papa guy, poor fellow, accident. Okay, and then what will happen is in the hospital, the doctor will tell, I've got one good news and one bad news. What is the good news, doctor? Will tell. The good news is a little bit of fractures here and there. Within 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be fine. Oh, thank God. What is the bad news, doctor? The bad news is when we did the entire scan of your body, we figured out there is a tumor in your brain. And that's the bad news. And this guy is totally collapsed. My God, tumor, benign to malignant, cancer. I'm gone. This is what he thinks. Then he tells the doctor, oh my God, what do I do, doctor? That time the doctor tells, look, boss, this is a special tumor where people come to us with it only after it becomes malignant. But in your case, because you met with an accident, we did the entire CT scan of your body. We could figure out that the benign tumor is there. Now we can take that tumor and you will be safe throughout your life. You will not have to die with cancer. So you understand, right? There are so many things that happen in our lives which we feel that why it is happening to me. When something successful happens, never we question why it has happened to me. But when something bad happens, we ask, Nani yake? 7.3 billion people are there in the country, in the world. Why not them? Why me? 1.3 billion in our country, 7.3 billion all over the world. Why not them? No, never ask, because everything has a cause and effect. We call this as the Noah effect. Okay, this is the Noah effect. So let's go to the next one. So you know that you all like honey. How many of you like honey? Not the one that you call your boyfriend or girlfriend, not that honey. I'm talking about the real honey. How many of you like honey? Okay, so you all like honey. Great. So all honey lovers here. Now, when you look at a jar of honey, okay, 16 O's, that's about 0.4 kgs of honey. When you look at that, it takes 1,152 around 1,000 bees to travel 11,200 miles. Not 11,200, sorry, 1,12,000 miles. My goodness, look at that. Look at the number, miles. And they have to visit 4.5 million flowers. So next time, don't waste even a drop of honey, okay? Look at the efforts that has gone into it, yeah? Look at the efforts. And when your mother asks you to go and get one jar of honey from the neighboring shop, you can't get out of your bed, useless fellows. Yes or no? Yes or no? The honeybees have traveled 1,12,000 kilometers and we can't get out of our bed and we can't even go to the nearby shop. Look at the Duradrashta anta heltavalva. Now it's that way. So we have to be very, very, there's so many things to learn from honeybees because the way they travel, it can travel around 1 lakh miles, which is 3 times the Earth's orbit. You can't even cross the road and go. That is why honeybees have their presence in literature, in philosophy, and so Vinith is telling I go every time. A superb man. I will give you a Bharat Ratna. Okay, I'm just kidding, but I'm glad that you go. Whereas others, they are all sleeping. Proud of you, Vinith. Anyways, so look at this. So literature, philosophy, art, and more. Everywhere we find the presence of honeybees, and they are not lazy like us. They don't sleep all day. So. Now the question for all of you. Let me see who will answer this first. How many districts in Karnataka? How many states and union territories in India? Quick. No, write all the 3. Ondu matra alla bariyudu. Write all the 3 in the same answer. How many districts in Karnataka? How many states and how many union territories? Am I in India or am I seeing all different states, countries, everything different I'm seeing here? Bolo Bharat Mata, all will tell Jai, all will tell Jai Hind. How many states are there? How many districts are there? See, I'm getting all the answers. Different answers. If Narendra Modi ji had seen this, he would have quit his prime ministership, I think. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, this. Yo, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ Google ಇದೆ. Search, Baba. Wrong answers could be. Anyways, this enough. I can't see wrong answers. Heart pains. There is pain in my heart when I look at that. Okay, so this guy had said, who is this guy? The guy whom I admire, one of my heroes. Who is this guy? He said, the day bees disappear from this earth, we would have only 4 more years to live. Albert Einstein. So that is the reverence it was given to the bees. So it's a wonderful book. I want all of you to read. Okay, the book is called The Wisdom of Bees. So there are 25 lessons that are there which talk about bees, because it's written by Michael O'Malley. He is a professor and author and everything, and also he started beekeeping to make his 10-year-old son get involved into some craft. And then he realized that bees have a lot to teach us, so what first thing is, they protect the future. If they see some very nice flowers, all will not go and attack them. So they will keep going different places, because like us, what we do is when we see something, we go and take that, and tomorrow it is not there. We think of today, we don't think of tomorrow. Bees are not like that. They protect the future. And then if there are 2 flowers, one is near, one is far, that even we'll do the same thing. We'll go the nearest one, not the farthest one. That is because they protect their energies also. They simply don't go far and waste their energy. They try to do smart work, not hard work. And not like us. So here what happens is, they have a good level of hierarchy, and they give importance to merit, not to nepotism. They don't give importance to just because you're that fellow's son or this fellow's daughter. No. So Manjunath sir is asking whether Einstein said is true or not. Gottillappa, I don't know, but I hope it is true, so that people don't kill the bees. Let the bees be there. Honey bekalva bread. Okay, so they distribute the authority. Every time we think everything I should do. No. Whatever work you have to do, delegate it and create leaders. A leader is somebody who does not create followers. A leader is somebody who creates more leaders. So this is what we need to do. We need to create more leaders. And another important thing is, make good enough decisions. Good decisions madudege. How do we take good decisions? Anyone? Everyone? Can you answer? How to make good decisions? So the only key to make good decisions is critical thinking. Exactly. Shreya has rightly said. Critical thinking. Don't think laterally, think critically. This is very important. And another important thing is stay in touch. Stay in touch. So communicate properly. Whatever it is, you communicate. Try to sort out the problems. Find the right people to stay in touch with. This is very important. And keep it simple. Minimalism. Keep it simple. Don't complicate things. It is difficult to keep things simple. It is easy to complicate things. Remember, there is a saying, somebody said, if you can't convince, confuse. Confuse means what? Confuse is making it complex. So making it complex is easy. Keeping it simple is very difficult. And find your Zeitgebers. Now, what are these Zeitgebers? If you are here, you can take a lot of cues from the environment. When you see the sun, when you feel the temperature, when you understand the rains, all these things, your body gets a lot of signals. These signals are called Zeitgebers. Now, tomorrow I send you to USA. You will, after a few days of jet lag, when it is morning, you will get up in the morning. When it is night, you will go to sleep. You will not follow what is happening in India. Why? Because you are taking the clues from the environment. Similarly, find an environment which is very conducive to you. Simply because somebody else is doing well somewhere, don't. Find which is good for you so that you can go there and outperform. And always handle your valuables with care, right from your mobile phone. Handle it with care. Adan tekdu bisadudu, or whatever the items you have not paying importance. See, it may be 1 rupee ka item, or it may be 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees. Give importance to the object, not to the price tag that comes with it. Okay, and one more important book which I want all of you to read is Atomic Habits. You know that if you want to get up at 5 in the morning, you try getting up for 3 days, 5 days, 6 days, and then you tell, no man, I can't do it. And you put your hands up and you say it's done. No, don't do that. If you want to cultivate any habit, you need to understand that whatever the patterns that are there in your brain, The existing pattern should be broken and newer patterns should be installed. And for the existing patterns to be broken and newer patterns to be installed, it takes 66 days. So this is what the research has said. Tomorrow you want to write with your left hand if you're a right-handed guy. Practice writing for 66 days. 67th day, you will do well. You want to drive a car, first day you will not be able to drive. Practice for 66 days, 67th day, you will get better. So anything and everything. Now my question for all of you is, Yogesh, it was earlier said 21 days, but then research has figured out that it is 66 days. Okay. So now my next question for all of you is, which is the best habit in the world? Which is the best habit in the world? So the best habit in the world, no answers. Learning, waking up early, exactly 5 a.m. Wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. The best of the leaders in the world, they wake up at 5 in the morning. 5 is the golden hour. This is the time where you're at your peak productivity levels. So make sure that you harness it for your betterment so that you can become world class. To get the results of the 5%, remember, in this world, out of 100, only 5% are successful, 95% are not. If you want to get the results of the 5%, you should not do what the 95% of them are doing. If you do what the 95% are doing, you will be one among the 95%. So you have to do what the 5% are doing. 6 hours of sleep is enough, my dear friends. And there are some, I'm going to share this slide with all of you. I've written down 16 points, not mine, which Robin Sharma has said, which has taught him a lot in life. I want you to read them. I want you to read them. I'm going to share these slides with all of you. And now, because Guru sir had told me, I have to talk a little bit about cyber security. So the biggest mindset problem that we have is we think nothing bad is going to happen to me. I'm going to be fine. Something else might have happened to somebody else, not to me. Remember, during COVID, the cyber crimes have exceeded like anything. Fake oximeter, first one, where you get messages telling that download this app because our oximeter earlier used to cost 3,000. Then it became 1,700. Now 1,000. Now you get it for 600 rupees also. So, but people thought, oximeter, let me get this app. And what the app used to do, it used to steal all your data, all your photos, all your messages, and everything that you do. And it was more like a keylogger, taking all that you do. Never install apps like this. Then Remdesivir came, there people were buying for 25,000 rupees fake messages, because the minute some cough is there, doctors tell Remdesivir, no Remdesivir. So they started making money out of that. Then recently somebody calls you and tells, we are calling from Arogya Setu, and then they ask you, vaccination ho gaya hai kya? You say, ha, abhi aapko ek OTP aa jayega, use de do. And when you give the OTP, your entire WhatsApp gets collapsed. Remember, all the WhatsApp from your phone goes into his phone in one OTP. Never ever share OTP. And another thing that you need to do is go to WhatsApp, and in the settings, there is something called 2FA, two-factor authentication. Please enable it. Otherwise, this OTP you give to somebody, all your chats, all your photos, all your videos that are there on WhatsApp will come to that fellow's mobile. Would you want that to happen? Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here who can tell, Anand Prabhu sir, take my phone, search whatever you want, no problem? Anybody is there? Anyone? No one is there. Exactly, no one. Even I would not give my phone, even by mistake, to anyone. Okay, so when that is the case, why would that? And educate your seniors. All their lives they worked 60, 70 years, and suddenly they give an OTP, and all the money that they saved for their life becomes sonne, zero. Careful. Okay. And fake websites which promise to tell you that you will get Covaxin, Covishield, and what is that? All these. No, don't believe. Only one, Cowin, no other website. Okay. And people taking money in the name of Sonu Sood. So he's one great guy who was doing such fantastic work. People started shaming him. That's how in India it is, right? Tomorrow somebody becomes successful, they'll start shaming you. They'll start talking about your personal life. They'll start talking about so many things because they cannot see somebody becoming successful. Sonu Sood is one of my heroes. Amazingly good looking guy, and his heart is of gold. So Sonu Sood's name, many people started taking and started earning a lot of money. And OTP fraud, loan moratorium. So what they used to do is they should call and tell, "Aapko loan moratorium chahiye, 3 months ka, 4 months ka OTP aa jayega." Never. OTP. What is the full form of OTP? Anyone? What is the full form of OTP? One time password. Exactly. One time password. Password is like your underwear. I repeat, password is like your underwear. Don't share it with anybody else. Only with you. Your underwear you wear. Don't give it to anybody else. Understand? So this is how the password should be. The next time anybody asks you for OTP or password, tell it is my underwear straight away. I don't give it to anyone. Okay, so you have to use strong passwords. Update your software. Now you're using Zoom, update it. Okay, otherwise what will happen? Hackers may come in. Avoid opening suspicious emails. Check privacy settings. Manage social media properly. Very, very important. And wash your cyber hands. Like how you sanitize, no? Wash your cyber hands also. You have to be very careful. And the version 4 of the Cyber Safe Girl is going to be released very soon. We'll be sharing it with all the students of Trisha College. 10 new crimes have been added. 10 new crimes. I'm not going to talk about it now because sir has told that very soon we'll be also having a session on cyber security, which we will do for sure. Yes, Vasudev, Air India server also got hacked. Everybody's details have सबको मिल गया है. Okay, so unfortunately, and in India, if you have to drive or ride a four-wheeler, you have to drive or ride a two-wheeler, you are expected to know the information, which is that Indian Motor Vehicle Act. Yes or no? You should know. You have to go and give a test in the RTO. They'll give you a driving license. And when the cop catches you, you have to show him the driving license. Isn't it? Otherwise, he'll say no. Or you go in a one-way and tell, I didn't know if you tell, he'll tell, fine karto. So you have to be very aware about the various laws. But in your house, you see, if there is a 3-year-old, you give him a tab, he knows which app to open, which nursery rhyme to open, and what to see. A 3-year-old I'm talking about. So everybody is using technology without knowing the law that governs the cyberspace in India, which is called as Information Technology Act, which we roughly call as cyber law. Now, why am I telling this is because there are many chapters. Don't worry about it. What is needed, you can download from cybersafegirl.com. You'll get it. But why am I telling this to all of you is the 66A was one act. Now look at this. Okay, 66 is there, B is there, C is there. 66A is not there in this. Why? Because that was struck down by the Supreme Court, calling it a draconian act, because if you had posted anything online, they had the power to arrest you. This was removed. But people think because 66A is removed, they can talk whatever nonsense they want on social media. I have seen writing unnecessary comments about college, unnecessary comments about teachers, whatnot and all that. Remember, 66A might have been gone, but there are all these acts that you're seeing. 507, 509, 292, 506, all these are still there. Be careful. Don't go and put any, once you put something, you cannot remove it. That is how internet is. You may delete it from your phone or from your profile, but in the servers, it is going to make a record. In the internet service provider, they will have a copy of it. So remember that. And also during online classes, my dear friends, during online classes, I've seen many schools where 8th, 9th standard child used to put pornographic clips when the teacher is taking a lesson. Pornographic clips, photos of naked women and men. Look at 67B. If you put anything related to child pornography, 10 lakh rupees fine, 10 lakh and 10 years jail. Would you want to go through all that nonsense? So you cannot tell tomorrow, I was unaware. Awareness is the key, number one. Number two, you are expected to know this. So please read the IT Act. And the last question before I wind up today, the $1 million question for all of you is, which you will be asking me, is whether I should accept the terms and conditions of WhatsApp or not. Because this is, everybody is getting this terms and condition. Should I accept it? Whether you are accepting or not, I don't know. I have accepted. I have accepted. I went through it. There is nothing dangerous. Don't worry. Accept. Okay. So this is about terms and conditions. Now, if you have any questions, because sir said last 10 minutes, we'll take it for Q&A. You can shoot your questions. And Cyber Safe Girl, please download the book. It is not only for girls. Why girl? Because Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Prime Minister's vision. My mission was Beti Bachao, cybercrime se. So, but cybercrime is gender neutral. It can happen to boys or girls. And every 20 minutes of screen time, 20 seconds, look 20 feet away. I repeat, every 20 minutes of screen time, for 20 seconds, look 20 feet away so that your eyes are not strained. Number one. Number two, your head is weighing 4 kilo. And when you're taking your mobile phone and when you're seeing it, if it is at a 0 degree, it is 4. But as you bend your head up to 60 degree, 27 kg strain falls on your neck. And I'm pretty sure that many of you will be having your neck pain already. Spondylitis tumba janರಿಗೆ start ಆಗಿದೆ. So be careful, especially when classes are going on. People take their phone and keep it near their legs and they pretend to be listening to the lecture, but actually seeing the phone. Don't do that, because last time I caught one boy doing that. He said, "No, sir, I'm not having phone." I told him, "Boss, I know you're having a phone because nobody will look down and smile." Then he said, "Yes, sir, there is a phone." So, and early in the morning and late at night when the room is dark, don't see your mobile phone. It strains your eyes. It strains your eyes. Please don't do that. Early in the morning as soon as you wake up, and late at night. So, there is an eye care vision protection Chrome extension. Oh yeah, it is there, but LED screens, you know how they work. So that's all for today, folks. My contact number, my Facebook, my email address. I look forward to stay in touch with all of you. And I wish all green lights to Trisha College. Thanks once again for giving me an opportunity. God bless everyone. Jai Hind.
Wow. Wow is the only word that I can use right now. I'm really falling short of words to really describe this session. Just amazing. Before I take a couple of questions from my students, I have a question to you. You're doing this great job,
Yes.
in current pandemic, you are feeding almost 300 to 500 people a day. What's your inspiration for all these things? And I'm very sure, you already mentioned Sonu Sood and other big names. But then, benchmarking is fine. But when you're getting into the act is really incredible. Can you share this to me?
So whatever I am today, I owe a lot to the society. So I feel society has given so much to me. And whatever I'm doing, it is not enough. I have to do a lot more. So I write books, and whatever money I generate from my books, which is roughly about 6 to 8 lakh rupees per year, that is the amount that is generated from my books. I use it 100% for charitable activities, for education of poor, for feeding the needy and all that. So, but this time what has happened is we have been from the day one of lockdown one, from lockdown one I'm talking about, till today, every day we have been feeding 300 people. So that roughly amounts to about 5,000 rupees per day, which is more burden than what otherwise my budget is. But nevertheless, God has been kind. Well-wishers like you, well-wishers like my friends, they've all pulled in because everybody wants to do something good. Some of them don't find the platform, but God has been kind enough to give me a platform to make sure that people are fed, and also been instrumental in making sure by putting across the request to the right people, getting the Indira candies open as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. So you're such a great inspiration for all of us as well. Undoubtedly, when you're doing such a great job, the whole society will join your hands with you to serve the needy. Yes, I have a question from a student. A lot of fake profiles is now being created in the Facebook.
Yeah.
Every now and then we see, people writing in their status, a new account has been created, don't follow, don't accept.
Yeah.
So what is this new thing happening and how can we be safe from this?
A very good question, because a lot of fake profiles are being created. People have also gone to the next level. Many of them put their photographs on Facebook and their mobile number also, especially the guys. They put their mobile number, assuming that beautiful girls will text them. Okay, so the numbers, they keep it there. And I always tell the boys, whenever a beautiful girl sends you a friend request whom you don't know, whenever a beautiful girl sends you a friend request whom you don't know, don't accept him. Okay, so that's how it is. So the point number one is, it's very easy for anybody to create a profile. Okay, you don't need Aadhaar card, you don't need anything, just create. And they have been doing two things now. One, creating a fake profile. And because we keep all our friends' visibility as public, which we should not, there is an option called friends visibility private, so that nobody will get to know who your friends are. Why show here who your friends are? Your friends are yours. No, why should others know? So make it private, because what these guys do is they create a fake profile and send friend requests to all these people. Now friends think maybe you have exceeded 5,000, so you have created a new profile, and friends think that probably you have forgotten your password, you've created a new account, or friends think you are not a part of their friend. So for example, in my profile, I don't know who is there and who is not there. So the minute I get a request, I'll accept. So this is how it is. So now once they accept, what they start doing is they start asking for small amounts. Like now tomorrow if Guru sir asks me, Anand, I want 8,000 rupees, there's the amount they ask, 8,000. I would never give Guru sir, because I know if Guru sir asks, he'll ask 10 lakh rupees. 8,000, 5,000, all small amount, he'll not ask. So, but that is how it is. So many people I've seen, some big IAS, IPS officers asking 8,000, 5,000. Why would they ask? But people think that, oh, kelidare kodua, and they'll give. Number one. Second thing is they pretend to be girls, and they make a video call, and then they strip their clothes, and then even somebody is telling boys bachao fake profile says. Good one, Manjuna. Okay.
So that's the that's the next title for your book.
Yeah, that's the need of the hour. बेटी को बचा सकते हैं, अभी बेटे को बचाना है. So, okay, so somebody is asking, will you refollow us? Bus, mine is a page, yeah, you'll have to just like my page, okay, on Facebook. Just search for Anand Prabhu Gurpur. Yeah. Okay, now, what the girl does is she'll send you a friend request, you'll accept it, and you'll be very happy. She'll call you, and she'll strip her clothes, and you'll also strip your clothes, and then she'll take the video and send it straight away to your wife, or to your mother, or to your father, and then, or to your boss, or to your principal. Oh, wow, that is worst thing. So once this is done, then what will happen? You will start giving money to that person, some email, extortion, all these things will happen. So as Manju has rightly said, bete ko bachao cyber crime se.
True. Yes. Anant, just want to inform you, I think this is first ever session where we had houseful. The 500 students out joining us, and some of them are still viewing in the YouTube. So that's the impact you have created in Trisha Group of Institution, because if I understand, this is your third or fourth interaction with Trisha Group of Institution. Yes, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Anand, because I don't want to drag much. He is so much involved in a lot of other activities. With great difficulty, he was able to pitch in and listen, interact with all of you. So on behalf of my whole teaching fraternity and students of Udupi, Mangalore and Bangalore, I extend a very heartfelt thanks to Dr. Anand. Thank you so much, sir. It was such an amazing, as great as always. And students, just want to tell you, he had also delivered this around 25 to 30 books of CyberSafe Girl in the last year's editions. And I personally am looking forward for your new edition of a new version of your book. And probably, I think that would make a lot of impact on the students at our campus in Udupi, Mangalore and Bangalore. Thank you so much, Anant, once again. And I wish you all the best in your all the endeavors. And we definitely seek your support in all our activities. And yes, one thing I have committed myself to all my students here, we are gonna very soon, when the pandemic gets controlled, we're gonna have the cyber safe campus workshop physically, wherein I would definitely call Dr. Anand to my campus and conduct this this particular aspect, which is very, very important and need of the hour. He has already given you the glimpse of the things happening around. I think you need to know much detail about it. So yes, thank you so much, Anand. It was pleasure talking to you as always, and God bless you in all your activities. Thank you. I also thank all my faculties and students for being a part of this session. Thank you. Any closing remarks, sir?
Browse the internet responsibly, because it's a double-edged sword. Internet is a double-edged sword. How many advantages are there? Equally number of disadvantages are there. And right now we have all moved to the next level of learning, which is mostly online. So take care, browse responsibly, and do whatever you can for building our nation. Let's make Bharat glorious once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So students, thank you very much. Here we come to end of one of the finest motivational session. I could say this is a fantastic start. I've been knowing Dr. Anand since almost a decade now. Uh, I think he has also interacted a couple of times with the Trisha group of students of all the branches. So yes, with this start, probably I think I'm very optimistic of the best academic sessions that is going to happen in the coming weeks, and there are many more sessions lined up in the coming days. Okay, I look forward to have uh, similar support in all the upcoming activities, including the academic classes and including the motivational sessions. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sarji.
It was my pleasure. It was such an amazing session, as always.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Great. I promise them that I will do.